Welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to have a look at Rogue Command. What is Rogue Command? Rogue Command is a roguelite deck building action real-time strategy game, an RTS, which seems and wants to combine all these different elements that I just named. We are going to have a look at the official demo, and the game is currently listed as coming soon in the future. And I also think not as an early access, which might be a thing I want to say a few sentences at the end of the video, where I will give you my true and honest final impression after we are going to have a look at this demo. To be fair, this is going to be my second run into this game. I did like a trial run before, and yeah, but... perfect words there. These are things I'm going to come back to at the end of the video with the final impression again. So we have an options menu, always nice. It could be a bit more, but I like to have a lot of sliders, at least for volume. Interestingly enough, also privacy policy, sure, why not? And this music for an action RTS roguelite. This is a surprisingly chill music. It's good music, I like this, but this is setting up kind of a, like, I don't know, a weird mood to me, if I'm honest. Like, I want to walk into a club, you know, get my red wine, sit down there, and at the other end of the room, my eyes are locked together with someone else's, and then we're grooving to the music. Or something like that, I don't know. I like it, I find it an interesting choice here for this type of game in the main menu. But now, without further ado, how about I actually shut up and hit start new run to show you guys what this game is about. Let's go into Rogue Command. So it's loading. As far as I know, there's unfortunately like no real story. We're starting runs. It's like this demo is purely focused on showing you the gameplay overall, and I think the game is loading and hasn't crashed yet. Seems so. But yeah, like no story whatsoever. There we go with the roguelike elements. We have different cards or like different routes we have to pick, and then we have a final encounter, and this starts over and over again. I think we are here in bottom one, and this is the final thing. I did not manage to get to the very end of my first run, because, man, this game is a little bit demanding. Like, there's a curve to it. Shows all cards, pause the game menu. Okay, so pause the game, what have I done? So yeah, there we go. This is essentially our deck. We start with, well, let's actually start here. We have 3 drop pods, which are actually essentially our lives, because we have an engineer that we start off that builds our buildings and so on. And if he dies, that's not too much of an issue, but if he dies too many times, we are in big trouble. I like these information, like here, drop pod, engineers lives, loosen them all, and your run is over. Very clear what I just said. Effects, stun enemies in huge radius for 15 seconds, or with 15 seconds, I guess that's the stun, plus 500 crystals, produce 2 units from each factory for free. This might actually be a mechanic that one can use, considering how I lost on my last run, but I'll get to that later. As I said, we also start with some coins. These coins are essentially the meta currency that we're gonna encounter eventually, a shop where we can buy some upgrades on additional cards with, well, coins. What is the price, right? And we start with 1,000 crystals, which is our currency in the RTS mode, so to speak. We start with a crystal harvester, which will be built in a harvester building, so to speak, and they are going to collect, well, the crystals. What is the price, right? Also, we apparently have a Robo Rush beacon, costs 175. We can build a maximum of 3. They have a side range of 8. They have 125 health points and 10 mana points, because there's some buildings and certain enemies or units that have special abilities, skills. For example, the Robo Rush beacon just normally has a friendly units in the radius of 8. Get Rush. What is Rush? Rush increases the move speed by 50%. And the skill, which requires some mana, 10 to be precise, is the Rush Beacon. Summons the Rush Beacon Extender. Each beacon can spawn 1. And the Rush Beacon Extender essentially has the same effect, but, you know, kind of increases the range, like a mini version of this one. So this is the things we're starting off. We can, for the start, select a card. Let's go and let's have a look what we are going to start with. So we could go, well, we need some military units, makes sense. So the Robo Poker, the Bounty Bot, or the Robo Micro. Let's actually start on the right side. The Robo Micro costs 20, has a move speed of 9, side range 4, weapon range 2.5, so not completely melee, but seems like it needs to be somewhat close, and 1.1 damage per second. Attacks every 0.5 seconds, dealing 0.55 damage, single target damage. Also, it seems to do double the damage against target with Bounty. So what is Bounty? Bounty is when that is essentially a debuff on an enemy, the enemy takes 25% more damage and drops some crystals when they die. And we can also see which is the building associated where we're going to build a set unit. Here it's the Robo Micro Barracks. Also the cost and so on. So I like that the game is trying to be very open and giving you all the information you need, like what is Bounty, what are these skills, where can you build it, what are the stats of these units. So how about the middle one, by the way? Bounty Bot costs 60, also production time 11 seconds, quite a bit. So move speed 8, side range 4, weapon range 3, does only half the damage, so to speak, per second. Attacks every 1 second, dealing 0.5 damage, single target damage. That's quite a bit less than this guy, even though he has a little bit more range, but he also has some shield points, 10 health and rank. Certain properties can be linked to the current rank, so he has definitely way more survivability than this Robo Micro, which of course only has 8 health points, so this is a unit you want to spam. So let's see, Reaper, rank up. So what is Reaper? Triggers when friendly unit inside dies. Interesting, rank up. So when a friendly unit inside dies, he gets a rank up. Increases rank by 1 until maximum is reached. Adds 10% damage per rank. So if a lot of units in his side, the line of sight dies, he ranks up and increases his damage by quite a bit. Also, apparently a kill ability triggers when killing something through damage, yeah, while target has bounty. Okay, if there's a unit, an enemy that has bounty, he's also going to spawn some extra crystals, 10 to be precise. Interesting. We also have the Robo Poker, cost 45, 12 seconds, that's a long time. 11 movement speed, so very fast, side of range 3, 2 damage per second. So the most damage, the most health points as well, even if you add up his shield points and his health. So it's a Robo Poker unit, more robot melee, but yeah, this is a melee unit. Has also rush though, increases move speed by 50%, heals itself for 0.5 HP per second. I think this is how it works. I have to admit, I'm a little bit unsure. I think he has rush, but this is something that I wish, and I had this in the last run. I'm not 100% sure on how this is supposed to function. Or is the heals itself for 0.5 HP per second the ability that gets triggers when this unit has rush, you know? For example, through this Robo Rush Beaker that we can build. So, how does it work? Does he have 50% more movement speed and this self-healing all the time? Or does this self-healing get triggered when he has the rush ability on him? I would tend towards the second thing, actually. Because, you know, why give this unit a rush ability and then an ability that is dependent on that rush ability when you can just increase his movement speed and just give him self-healing? I'm unsure. We could test this, but I'm actually inclined. Interesting to use actually the Robo Micro and just spam a lot of units, which are kind of fast to be produced. Last time I played, I essentially got like the typical, somewhat ranged kind of marine Robo unit, which I also managed to upgrade. I'm going to show you that to you guys during the run for sure. And I managed to get quite far with that, but I also saw that they did cost like 60, 75, I forgot, quite a bit. It took a lot long of producing time, and I know there's upgrades that can essentially like spawn, I don't know, like some bomb units when the initial unit dies. And I think and kind of hope that maybe we could use the Robo Micro for this. It's not maybe the strongest unit to start with, but if we have other units which also get like this Reaper effect, we could combine this with this. I'm gonna try this. This might be Not good, because again they only have HP to start with, not a lot, but let's give it a try. So we could also immediately start with an upgrade or another card. So let's have a look at the card pool again. So this is our only main unit to deal damage and try to win the game with them yet. Well, we also don't have a way to apply bounties, so it's literally just this tiny Robo Micro that does a little bit of damage, is decently fast, but does not have a lot of survivability, and we would totally spawn this. But it is, I think, a range unit, right? Yeah. So we have that. I'm gonna try an upgrade and hope we get an upgrade that triggers and has some synergy with us spawning this guy. And this is actually pretty much what I hope for. Bombing surprise. On death, 50% chance to spawn 2 bomb creeps. What are bomb creeps? Bomb creeps have 10 HP, 60 movement speed, 6 side of range, and I think this is a little bit sad. Frankly, it would be nice to maybe have a button to lock in this. You know, this is the card. You can have a look at the card screen. Because now I can't, in this particular circumstance, I can't hover over the individual things. Because, okay, radius 0.5 attacks automatically. And I would assume that at the bottom right of the card screen, so to speak, from the actual unit, that 5 there is like the damage it deals when it explodes. Seems kind of obvious, I think. I'm pretty confident in that. But it would still be nice with the side of range and speed if I could hover over this like we could with the other cards. So this is what I was hoping for. If you just spawn these other cards we have, our Robo Micros, we essentially have a 50% chance to spawn 2 better units, so to speak. That's kind of what I'm hoping us. But we could also just choose Bounty Shot, a 10% chance on hit. Target gets bounty. We learned what bounty is, and 10% on hit is kind of self-explanatory. This is what I went with last time on my last run, which was alright with the units I had. Or Healing Rush. Regenerates its health when it has rush, 0.2 HP per second. So this description is definitely way more explanatory and way more obvious and easier to understand than what we just had with the other unit that had this kind of rush and healing thing, which I think had the same effect but just phrased differently. But again, I'm not completely sure. That is something that I would like to see improved in the full game. But for a demo, I think it's fun. And I definitely want to take my bombing surprise. And I want to place this. Interestingly enough, you could place this on our Robo Rush beacon or even on our crystal harvesters, which might be interesting if you want to spawn those harvesters and then you send them near an enemy, and if they attack your harvesters, they explode. It might be that you could really go with some very silly tactics, but I, of course, want to have those on my Robo Micros. You can have, these are the upgrade slots. So far, I think all units can have up to 2 upgrades. So this on the Robo Micro, this is absolutely what I was hoping for. And now we can go with a hack, another upgrade, or, well, we can't reach this hack due to our route. Let's have a look at the hack. I know I had one last run, but I'm not completely sure what this is about again. Choose a hack. Hacks are global effects that last for the rest of the run. Alright, so that's a good thing. We could choose the efficiency model. Grants 10% damage when your crystals are below 250. So this would kind of be incentive to always spend our money. And if we have below 250, all our units, I think, have 10% more damage. Or maybe even all our buildings, just global to us, right? How about the armed beacons? Robo Rush beacons summon planted turrets when they appear. Okay, the Robo Rush beacons are these things. Okay, we start with them, we can build them. So if we build one of those, which we can have 3 of, they are automatically going to summon planted turrets when they appear. What are planted turrets? Planted turrets have 75 health, have a side of range 5, 4.5 range of hitting something, and maybe can hit up to 3 targets, or if that's their effective attack range, I'm not sure. Building spawn turrets. So if every time we build one of those, we also get a free turret, so to speak. Interesting. Or we could go with ambient destruction. Friendlies get 50% critical chance against obstacles. Yeah, there's some, obstacles spread throughout the maps, and if you destroy them, you usually get a few crystals. So that's nice to have. I have to admit that's a mechanic I'm going to show you. It could be a bit more fluent, so to speak. It could have a bit of flow to use those, because right now you have to press an individual attack button to attack these obstacles, which is kind of a little bit clunky, so to speak. So all friendly units that are friendlies, 50% critical chance against obstacles, which would make this critical chances, of course, critical hits deal 3 times less damage even though. So this would really rev up our game to destroy these obstacles and maybe get even more crystals, which would be interesting for the early game, maybe have a better start. I think I'm gonna try the armed beacons. I'm not that convinced to use the Robo-Rush beacon, but maybe this is actually a plus. And the 3 turrets, because 10% more damage could be okay. I'm a little bit unsure, but having crystals below 250, maybe it's a good thing. I mean, usually in RTS, you really want to spend all your materials, right? Oh no, this is a tough choice already. Didn't have that many last time. I had like my engineer started with some extra units right from the get-go and more money. Those were easy choices if you asked me. I mean, turrets is nice, but this is a very defensive playstyle, which is the Robo-Rush beacon as well, so okay. Also, what happens if these get destroyed and if they summon a Robo-Rush extender? That's not much. We can also have only up to 3 planted turrets, and it's only defensively, so maybe it's not enough. And just having a global plus 10% more damage, if we spend our money, maybe... Okay, I'm gonna shoot the boring, but probably most effective one. And now we have a fight. We took our route, and this is gonna be the RTS component. And let's hope I don't completely embarrass myself. Let's start this. Protect the engineer. Losing it will cost you a drop pot. Yep, and I'm gonna have a side glance. Let's actually start. Can I pause the game? Well, we can pause it with this. When I say 2 things, first off, I'm gonna keep a glance onto the side to see that the overall sound of the in-game volume isn't too loud. I hope it isn't. It might be. Sorry if that's the case. As usual, feedback is highly appreciated. And second off, let's actually go and start, because, well, the enemy is gonna come. We have 3 buildings here. The crystal mill is what I want to start with. We want to harvest these crystals. Oh, wow. What is this position? We also have some shortcuts. I can't even build it on the island, so let's build it on there. This is a weird position to start with, frankly. So we're gonna build these, and this is going to spawn harvesters, and we wanna use them all to, well, have more harvesters and hopefully get more stuff as well. We can build the Robo-Rush beacon or the Robo Micro Barracks. I'm gonna go with the barracks, because the enemy is actually, so far at least, in my opinion, kind of aggressive. This music there in the background is very, very like chill and slow, right? But the game is... Hey, chest, 100 crystals, so you can find those as well. The game is, to me, somewhat stressful because the AI seems a bit basic. I'm not sure. We have to evaluate that together. The enemy is probably going to be there. But, man, they want to get you. Also, every time... There we go. Look at them. He's coming already. I told you so. Let's see. Yeah, our unit is probably too... small. Oh man, he's coming with all of them right now. Great start, great. So yeah, every time we build a building, it automatically spawns a unit of the building type. Come on, we need more. Spend our money, because they will have a 10% global damage buff, right? 1.21. Oh, come on, 50% chance if one of these guys explode, we get free stuff, right? Did we lose the coin toss 2 times in a row already? Dang it. So also it seems like we have a maximum unit limit, which so far I haven't even get close to in my past runs, frankly. Also, this on the ground are like robo-cores, which sometimes units spawn when they get defeated. There is some units and buildings that can work with these robo-cores. So we're gonna spam this unit. I would love to wait until we can build a second crystal mill, but maybe... Oh, wait. Can we actually deselect with right click? We can. But maybe just trying to be aggressive is the better approach. On my last one, I went pretty far with these marine type guys until like on the 3rd or 4th or 5th RTS round, the enemy just had like laser tanks or so that didn't take that much damage from my marines and had a higher, very, very high and higher range than my units and just obliterated them, and I had no chance to win this. So the start is kind of easy, but the game really is about to get you, trust me. So we could also maybe build the Robo-Rush beacon, which would maybe help us with our crystal production as well. Can I build the occasional guy here? I really want to go for more resources, have a second crystal mill here. There's a limit on these buildings, on how many units you can build with them. So a second crystal mill would be nice to have more harvesters. But yeah, let's give these guys a hotkey. Give them with an attack command, just go over there and let's actually start to do something, right? Well, I try to just wait until we have 600. Is there some obstacles here? We have the force attack, which we can use. There we go, against like some obstacles, maybe like the tree. There we go. And if we shoot this down, maybe we gain some stuff. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. There we go. Luckily, we have a lot of unit span. I think control... No, he's just coming at us. Then AI is also very inclusive on just spawning stuff, which is kind of interesting once you attack him, because it seems like he just keeps spawning a unit at the same time from all buildings, which makes this kind of hard sometimes to push through, which I'm not quite sure how to feel about that yet. That remains to be seen with experience if that is an issue or not, but that was a noticeable thing. So let's go switch. I'm not sure if we have a hotkey for our engineer, frankly. Maybe there is. I haven't assigned any to it yet. I'm gonna build a second crystal mill though. There we go, going. It's finally some bomb spawns here. Very good. That is what I was hoping. Just attack command in. Well, we're just going to spawn as many of these harvesters as possible. They cost quite enough. Okay, shoot him down. What is this, by the way? Piece in a crystal silo. Do we know what this does? Stores up to 100 crystals. Death spawns crystal pickups. Interesting. So if we destroy these, we get free stuff. There we go. The enemy's just going to spawn, which of course he does. I mean, he's under attack. I get this. Pick those up. Attack command in. Might be interesting to also destroy these credit extractors, generate 6 crystals per second, so they have their passive income like that. We might not even need all of this, but I'm gonna play it safe, you know. We're kinda good at attacking right now, but the enemy is just going to spawn and spawn, so maybe this is a factory. No, they're coming. I do like that these units actually do prioritize other military units as well. We don't really have the time to destroy this extractor because he's just going to spawn in more and more units. Look at this. It's fine. I have the better eco, I think, so we're gonna build more, and we also reached the unit cap apparently. Nice. We could also maybe enhance this with having a crystal beacon here to make our harvests faster. So I'm gonna play it very safe. You guys are going to destroy this. Maybe we already won this. There we go. That was enough. All right, nice. So I played it maybe a bit too safe, but this was just the first mission, trust me. It's gonna get more and more dangerous. We are on road 2 here, and now again we have to take our road until the next RTS battle is coming along. So let's have a new card. Let's see what we can choose as a reward. So there we go. Spy tower, machine gun turret, or robobomb. What is the spy tower? I haven't seen that before. Cost 80. The number of, okay, up to 3. Ooh, sight range of 20. That's a lot. Yeah, gigantic sight range. Interesting. Skill scan area. Reveals area and radius of 10 around target. So wow. Spy tower makes sense as a name for this thing. Very interesting. We could also just go with the basic machine gun turret, which also has a 50% chance when it destroys a target that those drop a robocore. Again, robocores are these things. Stores reconstructible info of origin unit. Disappears after 240 seconds. So far, okay, we have... If our units dies, they drop a robocore. This can spawn additional robocores. But so far, we have nothing that uses robocores, but maybe the robobomb, because if we have a look at this, that's a unit, robot's also bomb, there we go, 15 damage per second, because it's probably going to blow itself up. Rank up, ooh, interesting. So it has a rank up ability, plus 10% if radius attack dies. What does that mean? Attacks or skills that affect area around the target measured in cells. Attack every instance of an attack. Some units attack multiple times per volley. Rank up plus 10%. So every time they rank up, they get a higher radius. And when it attacks, it dies. Yeah, fair. So how does it rank up? Not quite sure yet. 15 damage and 1.25 radius. That's the bomb effect. Only hits enemies. That's good to know. Skill consumes core, consumes closest robocore to rank up. Okay. So that kind of correlates with our other units. because they drop robocores. So, and I'm also not sure with their upgrade, these bomb creeps might actually, that these bomb creeps when they explode also hit our own units, because this one specifically says only hits enemies, right? Maybe the other one does too. Again, unfortunately, I can't have a look at this upgrade now. Maybe there's a button to lock this in, but I don't know which one. But I kind of doubt there is. Maybe there's, then it's on me, but would be nice if that would be a bit more obvious and easier to handle. Oh, it's kind of hard. So the machine gun is actually pretty viable. The problem is 250 is actually a pretty huge amount. So I'm not sure if I really want this. Also, as you can see in the upper right corner, we gained some coins, of course, because we won the battle. We got the as reward, and our starting crystals amount also slightly increased from 1,000 to 1,025. Well, Spy Tower. Having vision range isn't that bad either. But this is, I mean, just more bombs, and it kind of correlates, but it's also another factory altogether. So consume core, but they would consume the other cores and would have an even bigger bomb radius, which also only deals enemies. Oh, it's a tough decision, frankly. I really think it is. Spy Tower could be nice, because the enemy really likes to send stuff against us. So I'm gonna try the Spy Tower, actually. I'm gonna try with that. I'm not sure. So now we could choose 100 coins or to start off with more crystals at the beginning. Crystals 100, there's shops from time to time where we can buy upgrades on your cards, which usually cost between 150 and 300. So 100 coins is okay, but also not quite an entire card. On the other hand, there's an upgrade here to the left if you choose the coin. We can't get the upgrade if you choose the start crystals, which I would like to go with. There's another upgrade here, so we could either go... I would go and skip the shop this time until we have more money to buy more things with that choice, so to speak. So one thing for me would go coins, upgrade hack. The other one would be start crystals, coins, upgrade. I mean, start crystals is nice, but hacks are permanent buffs, right? So let's go with this. I'm gonna take the coins, this time an upgrade. Let's see what we can. Oh, again, bombing surprise. If we hit this, just out of curiosity, can we apply this a second time to our Robo Micro? It seems we can. Would be very interesting if you have 2 instances of 50% chance to spawn 2 or a 50% chance to spawn 4 instead. Oh, interesting. Let's go back with escape. 10% on chance to hit targets. Chance on hit to that targets have the bounty. We could also apply this to our Robo Micros, because they deal double damage against targets with bounty, which is kind of nice. So 10% chance. We're going to spam these guys. So this could be nice with the base micro as well. Or critical bounty. 20% critical hits against targets with bounty. So... well, we don't have a way to apply bounty, but critical hits deal 3 times damage, so that would be interesting. So I feel like for our main military units, it's either bounty shot or bombing surprise. Maybe bounty shot is a bit more interesting, but I want to find out what happens if we apply the same upgrade 2 times. This is more an experiment, so let's apply it. Let's see if we're going to spawn like up to 4 of these guys. Let's get the hack. Permanent upgrade sounds good. So ambient destruction again. We had this from last time. Armed beacons. Oh, it's the same one again with the planted turrets. Or rush dodger. Rush now gives 20% chance to dodge any damage. Interesting. I mean, we have these beacons again. That we have 2 incentives to use this. But beacons are pretty much a defensive thing, I would say. We have these extenders at least, but they are also... 20% chance to dodge actually sounds pretty good. So if we are getting attacked, 20% chance to not take any damage on our units. Or these turrets, which, I mean, 75 health is something that enemies need to get through. Also 3. I mean, we don't know where and how these turrets exactly spawn. So I don't want to take the ambient destruction, so it's 2 things which are both connected to essentially our Robo-Rush beacons. Oh no. I mean, this is very good defensive tool, and if we can get the beacons towards the front, maybe that's the best. This gives us a little bit more lenient way when we build a beacon. I mean, it's 2 times good defensively as well with this as well, right? Because first off, it makes our units faster. In general, 50% extra movement speed. Also applies to our harvesters, which I'm not 100% sure if they benefit from having better movement speed. I think because they are not like in Command & Conquer loading into the crystal mills. They're kind of standing in front of it and just transfer it to it. So they don't have as much movement going on as one would guess, but we saw them move already from the different crystal places. So there's definitely some benefit to it. Also the turrets, again, what's better? Turrets or 20% chance to dodge? This is completely defensively. This could eventually also be used offensively. So let's use Rush Dodger. Oh man. These permanent buffs are definitely something one has to think about. At least I do. There we go. Objective. We have to destroy all enemy factories to win. That is just me with a move, with a mouse. So let's immediately start off building a crystal mill. I am ready. Spawn all the harvesters we can get. That's one of these obstacles. And also immediately go with one of these robo microbricks. I'm actually going to build it here. There's another area of crystal mills. This is unfortunately, and if you ask me, because you can't click and see how much minerals these different crystals have. Because I initially assumed you can just harvest these same crystals and they don't run out of resources. You can see how they charge up and they go and then load it in there, and that's nice. But first off, I would like to build another one. Thank you. But I used to spam these crystals mills, and I saw some of my harvesters going to other plateaus, because it does seem like these crystals can indeed run out. Would be nice to actually, you know, have an actual numbers and check this instead of just kind of assuming that that is how it works. Oh no, okay, yeah, there's a desert storm coming on. There's some environmental designs as well, and now we're kind of, you know, what we can build. Oh, enemies are coming! Help! We have less movement and less vision range on our units. Let's actually go with the Robo-Rush Beacon. Defensive also makes our harvesters faster. There we go, good job. So we have this effect. You guys are faster. Maybe the Spire Tower too. Sure, let's place this down. Let's play a little bit defensively now at the beginning again. This is actually very good in this storm. Nice. Is this a obstacle as well? Yes. So shoot this down, please. Once this is over, we hopefully have a bigger vision range as well. And I would really like to have, you know, a second crystal mill. But you guys are going to pick this up. We need the money. Can you destroy this? Kind of looks like you can. No, you can just attack whatever that is. Can you destroy the tree? You can. This probably won't give us crystals though. Or maybe? Just want to find out right now. No. Okay. Well, we know for sure. Can we actually see the dodge effect here? No. We just have to know it, right? Or is there somehow this dodge effect? No. Doesn't seem to be that visible. Okay, enemies are coming from that direction. We have this extender, so I guess we want to place this as fast to the front as possible. Maybe there. Come on, guys. Shoot this down, please. You have 20% dodge, hopefully. You actually are shooting surprisingly fast as well. Nice, nice, nice. Is this guy even going to attack back? No idea. So our front is there. Oh no, these are the laser tanks already, I think. These guys have a long range. No, it's different tanks. But dang, this is still... Oh, they're slowing us down as well. But they don't seem to deal much damage on... Yeah, they deal 1 damage. That's doable. Still annoying to have slowed down units, because that slowdown seems to be quite effective. Can I build more guys? No, more enemies are patrolling here. I would really like to get a second crystal mill going before we attack, frankly. How about you attack this, and let's hope this guy ignores us. And hopefully we gain some free crystals with that. And this can, oh, this can also build an extender. Very interesting. So, yeah, good thing I took the dodge. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, just attack him down. You please build this other mill. We really want to get our economy going on. Can you have another one? No, only one can have one or something like this. So let's just have as many of these oh, enemies are in the north. Very interesting. I see that. I see that. But, oh no, you're attacking this. But let's see if we can build another one after this one gets destroyed. It would be interesting to know. So we could really spam all the rush throughout the field. Very, very interesting. Crystal Harvester. Yeah, you go and harvest. So build more unit. Oh, no, he's coming. Now he's coming. Okay. Double click to select all units of this type. Attack move down here. He could spawn another one. Good to know. Yeah, we are on attack, but we should work with this. Really wonder how this works with the explosions now. If it's like 2 times 50% chance, or just 1 time 50% chance to spawn 4. You actually got this? Not nice at all, dude. No, our rush... Oh, not the harvesters, please. Oh, they're coming for... Oh, no, that's no good. Yeah, I mean... Maybe I was too greedy, should have spent more units, because again, the AI is really out there to get you. Let's send our harvesters back here. Come on, we have 20% dodge chance, and I have these guys. Is that really not enough? Okay, build a second building here, please. Guys. Please help out here. Please attack. I really need you guys. Oh man, don't attack my harvesters, please. Also, it seems like I'm not spawning my bombs often enough, but maybe that's just my personal impression here. But, like, you know, 2 times 50%. It's fine, our engineer is going to tank the hits. I placed this on 4, please spawn more units. Yeah, you really want to be careful. Let's have the extender here. Get the dodge chance going, please. Can we have more harvesters? You got at least one of my harvesters, it seems. Taking from 2 directions. That's not nice, dude. Oh, man. Okay. I want to spend my money for the 10% damage boost. I want to have as many crystal miners as possible. They are rushed. We are rushed. We have the extenders kind of going on. He's coming to get us. I'm not spawning enough bombs. But that might be on me. Oh, he's coming from 2 directions again. What a dick! Can't attack from 2 fronts, can I? Okay, please get this. You guys, come on, please destroy this. Thank you. Go, go, go. Please don't destroy this. You guys are stunned. Oh, great. Oh, no. More units, please. You guys, please get rid of those. He's actually, you know, collecting his units there. Not nice at all. Let's see if we can gain these guys with rush for the dodge chance. Okay, we're doing fine. We're doing kind of fine. But yeah, the AI really wants to get you. Okay, you guys are number 1. Just attack command up there. You guys are number 2. We have to counterattack, I feel. Check out this corner. And we're going to build more units. We have to get in. I think they will be in this corner, but I really want to make sure now. Oh, there's a chest. Please collect this. There's hopefully some money in there, or an upgrade, or whatever. Yeah, you go over here. Enemies are coming. We're spawning more units. That's nice. Also, our production buildings seem to have some caps, which is unfortunate, but that's an incentive to build more, right? Robo Barrack, you build this. You have now enough charge for another extender. There we go. I could destroy those. I'm not sure if this is spawning crystals. It's not. Go. You guys fight here. We have a 3rd building. Please, we need more units. There we go. Spend all our money. You guys are number 3 then. And all the way attack command. So time for the counterattack. Finally. Get them. Get the tank. There we go. Get the crystals. Just rush in there. I mean, with this, how about engineer? Do we have a range where we can build things actually? Or could I just, yeah, Robo Rush Beacon, not enough. Oh, not enough crystals. So maybe we can actually build it there. If there's no range from our main base. Refinery too far. Okay, never mind. There is a limit to it, unfortunately. But yeah, we have an incentive. Where are you coming from? What the hell? Go away. Come on, guys. I have no idea. So much is going on. Attack, please. You guys are actually focusing down the income. Maybe that's the better way. Really be nice to get these beacons as far to the front as possible. But it's not quite doable right now, is it? There's crystals here somewhere. I see them on the minimap. Can we build a refinery? Not enough crystals. Well, it costs 600, so it kind of makes sense. Oh, all my RA units, which are just, you know, not doing anything, please attack. Thank you, please attack. Yeah, it seems like the overall attack range also goes down when the storm is coming. Okay, but now we're doing fine. I'm not spawning enough bombs, but maybe the bombs are just exploding that fast that I can see them. I'm unsure. But at least spamming these units so far is a decently viable tactic. So yeah, it seems like, again, there's a lot of trial and error and kind of uncertainty with this game, as the AI is also kind of mean to one. So I'm not quite sure how to feel with that. It's fun, but it's also like, am I doing it right? Is the AI cheating? Is the AI against me? It's kind of hard to figure out how to approach this, but that might be just an experience thing. So, oh, I only see this now. There's rarities to the different cards as well. So we got a rare selection. We know the machine gun turret. We had seen the Robo Poker earlier on. Now we could actually choose the Robomatic, which costs 100, heals double for Robos. Robotech, strength and numbers. Robos. Heals 2 times for Robos. Interesting. What does that mean? Robotech, strength and numbers. That doesn't really explain it. Skill, core charge. Consumes closest robo core to charge mana. And with the mana, it probably uses that to heal units. But what is Robos? Robotech, strength and numbers. Is it all our robo units? Is it our robo turrets as well? This actually isn't clear to me, honestly, with the Robomatic, so I'm not sure if I should choose this, as I don't understand how this works. And this can heal itself. Maybe this is a good combination with our current setup, having the poker as well. Or should we just spam the other thing? I am so unsure. I mean, this is rare, but this also requires a building that costs 300. We could also skip this to increase our overall coins for 50. Interesting. I'm going to build the machine gun, maybe. Maybe this is a bit smart. So we have a way to play defensively. This time I'm going to... Oh, there's another hack here. I wanted to go with the extra starting crystals, but hacks are probably still best, you know, permanent bust. So, let's choose the coins, 500. Let's choose the hack. Let's go. Armed beacons again. The game really wants to give us the armed beacons. Wow, maximum rush. Friendlies with rush get additional +5 move speed. Ooh. Stronger mark. Enemies with bounty take 15% damage from all sources. Well, we don't have a way to apply bounty. Maybe. Extra movement speed, okay, but I kind of want to have more beacons, right? So that's an incentive. So finally, let's take the armed beacons. I'm still going to skip the shop. We're gonna try to get a shop in the next stage, so to speak. Let's get an upgrade. Come on, give me something good. Boost weapon range by +1. Ooh, that's a rare one. Interesting. Critical bounty, bombing surprise against. Again, the Robo Micro is completely off. Well, we use this is what I'm trying to say. So our 2 upgrade slots. My god, my English. So we could apply this to our buildings or to our crystal harvesters, which could be interesting, but I'm not sure if that is good enough. 20% critical hits against target with bounty. Again, we don't have a way to apply bounty right now, so maybe weapon range. But this also makes only sense on the machine gun turrets. But sure, we have this 6.5 range. So that might be interesting, right? Having turrets with more range. So hopefully that is going to be a good upgrade. Okay, another stage coming up. A run duration only 50 minutes, even though the recording is a lot longer. I'm not sure how much I'm going to cut or how much I'm actually going to show you guys. But yeah, this is trial and error, right? Let's have the crystal mine going on immediately. The enemy, we could also wait for a second one, which would be interesting, but we really want to have our guys down, right? So Robo Barracks, like here in the middle for now. We have one stage down here. Enemies most likely coming from that direction, I would assume. I have 2 more of these guys. More crystal mines there. Explore a bit. Oh man, they could also come from here. This music is way too relaxing. Can I please, point that out? Okay, have one more. I mean, so far we know that the enemy is really out to get us early on, right? So let's have some units to fend off these initial waves, maybe. I mean, they only cost 20. I kind of thought they cost 50. No, 20. They really are, cost efficient, I would dare to say. So we could also go with the spy tower. Maybe the Robo-Rush beacon is the better choice for now, because they are only also going to spawn a turret, right? There we go. There we go with the turret. Range is okay, but it's free. Take it. This also improves our vision range. Would be mean if the enemy attacks from this direction, which again very well might happen. I'm not sure. So you guys are number one. Again, the music is very relaxing. Maybe even too relaxing, frankly. Okay, they came to us. Ooh, that is... Yeah, maybe these explosions hit our own units. I'm unsure, because that is a lot of explosion. Or maybe the enemy itself came with explosions in there. I mean, they can build those things too, right? Oh man, not quite sure what happened there, frankly. Let's build a defensive tower here. You have an extension going on right about now. Almost. There we go. Let's actually have this here for now. Oh, even the extensions are going to spawn turrets. I didn't think that it would work that way. Okay, this makes it so much better. Hallelujah. This is so much better. So much better. Wow. Let's have actually the vision range. Only build up to there, apparently. Spy tower going on. Yeah, okay, they did it with the explosions. That's why I lost so many units there. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay, we have a lot of vision range. That's nice. Ah, no, dang it. This turret has too much range. That's not nice at all. Okay, we have options. Oh, there's a chest there. I kind of want to have that chest. Is this enough to get rid of you? Again, it would be nice to get as fast as possible, a second crystal mill going on for these extra resources. I also really want to have this chest, honestly. Let's go over there. Okay, he's here. Not sure if this means he's going to attack from this direction. Actually seems to be close off thanks to the water. That's actually very good for us. Okay, where is our builder? He's there. Let's check this corner. Maybe there's some crystals over there. You guys will pick up this chest, please. Thank you very much. All these robocores. And I really want to make sure that I spam these guys, right? Ah, the turret is only here. But hey, it's free. And I like to have free stuff. You guys actually check out over there. And there we go. No crystals here. Still fine. Let's have the crystal mill there. This actually improves our defensive line by quite a bit. I love that these guys spawn turrets now. Yeah, he's probably going down. I wonder if these turrets disappear once the beacon that spawned them gets destroyed. I mean, 10 damage. Yeah, explosions. Not a nice thing. Oh, look at what is coming here to get us. It's fine. More crystal harvesters, please. Yeah, right into our units. Come on, 50% chance for our explosion. I don't think this actually stacks that we have twice the explosion thing going on there. I am kind of doubtful there, frankly. More crystal harvesters. You will spawn units, please. Thank you. I am in doubt, frankly. If that is really working as intended with our 50% chance to spawn 2 bombs. I feel like that is a scam on our units. Maybe I broke it as I applied it twice. I'm honestly unsure. Okay, you explode, that's fine. Maybe this explosion kills off my explosive guys, but come on. That's not how it should work, at the very least. Okay, you, my friend, will build a building. Ah, refinery too far. Okay, let's have 2 buildings here. You can kind of queue them. That's nice. Ah, they got this one. Fair enough. Don't see enough explosions going on. I am doubtful. So they will be on 4. Yeah, let's just spawn a lot of units right now. You 2, please. To the front. Oh no, there we go. Now we have some. Oh wait, I can't... They spawn them, but I can't move them. So I guess these things just act on their own then. And they disappear after some time. Oh, okay, didn't know that. Well, this makes them less interesting, frankly. Oh man, you guys. No! Oh no. Okay, good to know, good to know, good to know. How about we have a rush beacon? How far can I build it? Refiner really is like the stable, right? But I want to have as many of those close to the front as possible. Again, we have a 20% dodge chance. That has to be worth something, right? Okay, build. We really want to get this going. Can I have a turret here somewhere? Not really. I also don't have the money. Okay, it's fine. Team, go. These guys have too much of a range. Not nice at all. Okay, we have 2 things that could spawn additional things. You just spawn more of my friends here. Actually, shoot this down. Extra resources are always appreciated. Let's see. Okay, we have enough that they can destroy them before they reach them, which is good. Which is good if you ask me. Ah, these turrets, man. These turrets. Okay, I'm ready. And the music is so chill. Like, it's almost like taunting me, I feel. Too nice. The music is too nice. Okay, this is our new spawn point where we spawn all of our guys. We don't care about quality. We care... Let's chill, explore this area. We only care about quantity here. I'm going to explore... Maybe they spawn up to 4. I have to keep an eye on for that. Could also just have another refinery up there. Well, maybe we could, if I wait long enough, that is. But yeah, these extender also spawn things that really changes the dynamic here. Yeah. You know what? Sure, trade these in. I'm fine with that. I think they are in the upper corner, but I really want to make sure. There we go. They're running to get something. I have no idea, but hey, we're hoping for the best. You are summoning more Rushy. Rushy to the front. You're almost like Zerg in StarCraft, slowly extending through the map. Oh no! You're not gonna explode my guy. It's not nice at all. How dare you? Didn't mean to build it there, but whatever. Okay, more guys, please. Yeah, okay, he's not in this corner, but this is fine. Attack command here. You're number 1. We're going to spawn more units all here to the front. And even if these extenders, you know, get blown away, you know, they are for free. They spawn turrets. Like, I feel like this really is a good deal. Man, now he's really out there to get us. Just gotta find the turrets that spawn stuff. And they are free, essentially. Just cost mana, which is pretty cool, if you ask me. Come on, get the stuff here. Extend tower front. Yeah, he's also coming from that direction, which is kinda not nice. But hey, I'll take it. There we go. Closer. Where's our spawner? There he is. Maybe I can just build a turret here. There we go. This should work. Hopefully. I have no time to have a look at our units. Oh man, that's some big turrets this guy has there. What's that? Bomber factory, yeah. The more we destroy, the better, because I'm not sure if the enemy can spawn additional or build additional buildings. Okay, there we go. That spawns something. Go, my minions! No, there's... Okay, at least sometimes. Would be very interesting to sometimes see 4 of our bombs spawn in there. But yeah, I assumed originally that I could actually interact with our guys that respawn. But that does not seem to be true. That I could control them. There we go. Oh, English. I got my English sometimes. Okay, please spawn more guys over there. There we go. You closer to the front. Thank you. Do we have another one somewhere that could spawn? I kind of forgot. Forgot the overview. Always closer to the front, please. Same. I mean, we can just have a refinery here. And now extend through the map. Which also gives us essentially like a building space, which is of course nice to have. Or we just get closer, build my turrets. Now, as we advance to the front. harvest this place. Can you spawn? Can only this guy? No, we should have a second one here. This guy. Okay, good to know. But we could also just have another Roborush beacon. Like, there we go. I like our combo so far. So far, I really feel like we're doing good. Oh! And I think we got this. There we go. Occasional bombs. I mean, they're not sure what they do. Oh, they can pick up crystals at least. We still haven't won. Yeah, they're still more interesting. Come on. Man, these turrets have a range. Wow. But we will extend through the map. Getting closer and closer. More. You also further to the front, please. There we go. All our tiny turrets and beacons here. We are spreading, and I love that. Okay, also resources coming in. We can't build more here. Again, that's fine. Yeah, sure, I have a sensory tower here. Right now we have so many resources, we can also just build more of these, I guess. That might be smart. See, attack command. Led us to victory. Alright, let's do it at the next stage, and I'm gonna show you more trouble at the next RTS map. See you in a second, guys. Another victory. Now we fought some super giant spider things, and this seems to be like maybe a more final mission. Seems like we can't really progress on this. My run is almost up to an hour, so we're gonna find our way through this and then have a look at this, and then it seems like we're gonna see what this brings us to, right? Did this make sense? Probably not, but this is what we're gonna do. Let's choose a new card. Look at this. A complete army of like super mechs and all that many, and even with our turret upgrades and so on. I'm not quite sure if I can beat this. Maybe if I had laid my priorities on different things, maybe that would have worked, but regardless. I think this is actually a good way to abandon my run right now and tell you my honest opinion. Frankly, I played this now for almost 2 hours. You guys haven't probably even seen that much. I enjoy this game. It's really, really fun. Being able to upgrade your units in different ways, having different builds, trying to experiment. I really like this way that suddenly I focused on using my rush buildings to spread slowly over the map with the buildings, with the turrets that get spawned, to use the rush ability with my other minions to just have a lot of those guys that hopefully kind of work with the rush as well, and then just slowly try to creep forward and just then overwhelm the enemies, which until this map worked pretty swell. Here I kind of get overwhelmed on the other way, but that's where you retry again to make a more optimized run, I would assume, right? Overall, I do think like the choice of music is a little bit strange here in the title screen and throughout the mission. Kind of doesn't seem to correlate with what the game is trying to go for, but maybe that's just my personal opinion. That's what the developers envisioned, and I want it to be like that. Kind of don't know what to think about that, because the music is fine. It doesn't invoke the right feeling for me, but hey. And overall, during the missions with the AI, I would like to have more polish overall with the UI as well, the AI as I just said. Maybe with the flow, but most of these things I feel like can be polished out. Again, this game is just listed as coming soon, so I hope the developers get at this and just polish it up and bring more content, more maps, maybe also a few more different objectives during the RTS moments, because right now it's just, you know, win and conquer the enemy, which is either the enemy is snowballing you or you're snowballing the enemy. There's a little bit of tug of war going on, but so far I haven't really found this proper feeling of should I just rush the enemy, should I build myself, slowly creep, which worked here, didn't work at this last mission. And like this overall, like, yeah, balance, I think balancing is the word I'm looking for there, that also needs a bit of polish to feel right, because so far most often when I lose or lose ground, it doesn't really feel like it's my fault, but the AI in the game just been punishing. And I could feel, if I feel a little bit frustrated there, that is a feeling most other people or a lot of other people would have as well. But again, it's more of like, okay, you have to re-optimize runs and more polishing, maybe more objectives that to vary that gameplay. These are the different nitpicks and criticism I have to summarize it there. But of course, what do you guys think? Could I showcase the game overall to you properly? What do you think of the game? What do you think of my presentation? As always, I'm very appreciative of all kinds of feedback. And per usual, you guys have 2 homeworks now. First off, stay off, awesome. Second off, share this video with a friend, right? It's kind of hard to try to sound energized when this music is just so chill, nice. And with this, we're just going to see each other in the next video, right? Bye-bye.